Hello all, Mr. E here. For a very chill video tonight, I wanted to showcase some more stuff about the burster glitch. This is going down as one of the prides of my entire Darktide career so far, to be quite honest with you, because this was something that kept me up at night. Literally, no joke. I stayed up at night formulating, trying to figure out a way that I could conclusively prove that this did not used to be the case. Because, you know, a lot of us, especially experienced players, could innately tell that something had changed, but it wasn't like the biggest thing in the world. It was a very small change, and there was a lot of sort of consternation that I had that like maybe I was just being oversensitive about the fact that the servers were being buggy, and there certainly is something to like the server lag and stuff that can make bursters behave more strangely. So I was kind of second guessing myself, especially when I talked to Fat Shark about it, and what they told me was they looked at the code and there was nothing there. Nothing had been changed about bursters for well, since the first update of the year with the Ogren rework. So this was a 9 months ago change, supposedly. And that, to me, I was like, man, I really feel like that's not the case, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somehow we just didn't notice this until now. I played for a few more days, and then I, just kept getting hit by these bursters, and then especially the Tox mines for the twins. All of that to me really like added up, and I doubled down in my heart, and I was like, no, you know what? No, I know there's something going on here. So I asked them to really double check. I was like, please, like, I promise you, I am not sending you on a wild goose chase. Can you get them to look into anything that would have to do with player hitbox? Hey, maybe it's not bursters. Maybe bursters are not the problem. Maybe bursters have always been this way, but I can tell you for a fact that Tox mines have not always been this way, because players who played a lot of Havoc and that sort of game mode, they step one foot in those Tox mines now, and they're like, oh shit, this is completely different than it used to be. So yeah, I was very convinced that I could showcase some good footage of the Tox mines being like really scuffed, and so I ended up recording that. I recorded that footage actually first, and what I did is I went back to the video where I showcased how to fight against the Karnak twins, because in that video I showcase an Ogren who's running sort of through a gauntlet of mines here. And a lot of the moves in this gauntlet here, I can innately tell now, based on this current patch, that I could not do this with an Ogren on the current patch. I probably couldn't even do this with a human on the current patch, because all these mines would be blasting me in the side. So that, to me, it was more sort of like feels, not reals, but this was a lot of feels that sent me like, I was so incensed. I was like, shit, like this is 100% different, like 110% different than it used to be. Even though the blast radius for the mines used to be slightly larger than the circle, it wasn't like this, right? And that made me double down. I was literally trying to rack my brain and figure out a way that I could show empirically that I couldn't do something in the current patch that I could do in just the last patch, or at least much more recently than they were suspecting. And what I came upon was this clip at the start here. So this is actually a clip from my burster tutorial. And at first, when I looked at my burster tutorial, I thought it was useless, because I didn't actually ever look at the ground and see how far away I'm standing from these circles. But I had a couple of pushes in here where I was demonstrating, right at the end of the video, I was demonstrating that if you let a burster jump completely into your face, you can push them back at the last second, back dodge, and still get out of it. And when I did this, when I was looking at it, I was like, man, I don't know if I can do that on the current patch. Like, I don't think I could do that on the current patch. And so that is what I went in to see if I could do that, if I could replicate that. And it turns out that I could replicate it, and I could replicate it very, very closely. And this, I think, was like the conclusive proof for me. Listen, I don't want to speak for Fat Shark that this like got them to redouble down on the efforts. But after I submitted this, that was when I got the message back, oh, well, we found something. And I was just so excited to have that. So I want to show you guys the test that I came up with here, and I hope you enjoy. And let me know down below if you think I'm insane or if you think I'm a goddamn hero or somewhere in between. Let's go. And don't be confused, by the way, this is past me talking. So right there. Let's see when that bursts. Ooh, cool. Okay, so right here is when that last frame of the circle is available. So there will be some FOV warping at the edge of the screen, but roughly about that mark. For me, that's, I want to say, like 30% of the way up the screen. So let's look out for that. That was not nearly as close as I did in the footage. Okay, so definitely getting hit there. Maybe just a fluke, though. That one better, but I was looking at the sides of the screen. I'll catch it in the footage in a second. We'll see how close it actually was. Okay, that one, I could have sworn I saw the bottom of the circle on my screen, which would mean that also I need to be looking down a little bit because that's how I'm looking in the footage. As I can see, I'm looking, this is the center of my screen right here. Oh yeah, so with this being the center line, I need to be looking down, sort of. Now let's back up so I can see this. Okay, so I'm looking like kind of at the bottom of this barricade. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, so right about there. And that'll be my center line, and then I'll push. Okay, that was way farther away than that was in the footage. Okay, that's about as good as I can do. And got hit. Okay, so let's now pause and go and review that footage. Alrighty, as we just showed a second ago, this is the frame that we are trying to match right here. We want to match this frame. And insofar as I can tell, these frames are nearly identical. In fact, let's do a screenshot. Let's go to OBS and let's import that screenshot. Guys, don't look at my photos. Okay, there's some secrets in here you can't know about. Here it is. Okay, so let's import this. Wow. Okay, so we can actually overlay this right here. And we'll do it for like one frame that we're currently on. Okay. And then we'll make the opacity a little bit less. Okay, so, I mean, what more proof could you ask for than that? Look at the radii. Look how perfect. I mean, like, there's a little bit of difference in the background positioning because I'm a little bit farther to the left on the street here, but the radii are identical. And this is the very frame, the literal very first frame before both of these detonations. So watch what happens on the very next frame here. And by the way, let's turn off the opacity. Let's go to the very next frame on this, which is captured in the current patch. Boom, we get hit. Okay, now let's go to the YouTube video, which is captured in the 3 months ago. And the very next frame here, explosion. I'm still moving backwards. No damage taken by me as the character. And yeah, so that is clear evidence that something in the last 3 months has changed where bursters have a slightly larger explosion radius. So, all right, there you go. This is just, I just had to share this because this is the silliest thing I've ever done, but I loved nerding out on it. I loved finding this moment, the moment that I had where I realized that the radius on both of those frames was identical, but yet I get hit on one and I don't get hit on the other. I was like, yes, I'm not crazy, dude. Like, I'm not. It's true. I'm not just completely washed. It's the bursters. It's their problem. And the other thing that really I kind of made like a moral argument at the end, basically an argument from logic, which would state, right, that the burster radius in Danger Zone, this mod that shows the burster radius here, the reason the radius is what it is, it makes, you know, on a thing like the mines do have a slightly larger explosion radius than their trigger, right? So that's fine because this is part of the game. but the mod is intending to show you the exact place you can stand and can't stand in order to take damage or avoid damage. And this is very apparently different because, you know, if standing outside of the circle is still getting you hit, the mod creator would have just updated the circle to be larger to tell you that, hey, if you're standing in the circle, you're going to get hit. That's the whole purpose of the circle. So yeah, they were like, you know, this mod is probably just outdated. I'm like, you know, it could be outdated, but not for 9 months. This is one of the most popular mods on the entirety of the Nexus mods. Like, this one would get updated, and you know what? Like, this, maybe it has definitely changed in like the last couple days. That's the only way this would not get updated to reflect the new radius. Anyway, guys, well, there you go. And fortunately, it seems like they saw a reason. I don't know, like I said earlier, I don't know if like this video was the or like this evidence was the final blow in sort of pushing them to search for it, or if it helped at all. But after I sent this in, I got a message in the middle of the night, well, like normal time, working time for them over there in Sweden, but it was like, so we found something. It turns out that, yeah, pretty much what your evidence shows, like 0.5 meter or so has been added. And I guess it was something to do with the way the character models or something. Maybe I'll have more information on that at a later date. But it was just so exciting to be like, yes, dude, yes. And be able to bring home a big W for the community and for myself, because, you know, the North is shit out of me too. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Have a really good night. Nice, quick, easy, chill video this evening. And I'll see you real soon for lots more build guides. We got to redo all the old build guides, guys. So, see you out there. Bye-bye.